is what I say about Lane Kiffin. So Jake walked in the beautiful office suite of the Monty Show today, ready to go to war over Lane Kiffin. And I don't understand how anybody could not like Lane Kiffin. His girlfriend's hotter than yours. He's richer than you. He goes on the Feinbaum show. Like everything that you've...
That's why we have Feinbaum.
Yeah, everything you've ever desired in this life, right? Lane Kiffin's your guy. Unless your name is Jakey Two Shakes, and then you hate everything about Lane Kiffin. So why do you hate Lane Train?
The unbelievers.
Yeah, why are you a non-believer?
I don't hate him, and I'm not a non-believer.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I think that I like Lane Kiffin a lot more than I like your boy in LA. Certainly. I think Lane Kiffin's going to be...
How did Lincoln Riley become they're broke. It's not my boy.
You've been defending Buddy for years, okay?
Buddy. Yeah, my bad for saying that Lincoln Riley wins football games. My bad.
Well, because he doesn't win enough football games.
Yeah, he doesn't win big games.
Anyway.
I'm going to go Shaq and punch you in the face.
Yeah, I'm going to punch you in the effing face if you bring up Lincoln again, okay?
Wait till we get to that story.
But anyway, I don't dislike Lane Kiffin. I actually think that Lane Kiffin does a really good job for Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss, unfortunately, has found themselves, really through no fault of their own, in my opinion, in this position where they're viewed as like a secondary SEC team. And it's mainly because they play a really hard-ass schedule every year, and they're competing with the likes of Alabama, Georgia, and now Texas in their same conference to get the job done. So when you're competing with those kind of schools, it's going to be difficult to get better prospects and talent than they're already getting. So I think he's doing a phenomenal job. I actually think that he's going to be the next star of college football in the 16-team format because I think they're going to be in constantly. And I think the first time he gets an opportunity in the college football playoff, he's going to take full advantage of it. So I think he's got a huge opportunity in front of him.
And again, I'm just going to say, before you hear the spite from Lane Train, if you are somebody who believes that 5'11" is better for your conference and you're not named the SEC, you're smoking it. Because the 5'11" format, and I'm just going to warn you right out of the gate, the 5'11" format benefits one conference. That's the SEC. Period. It doesn't give everybody else more opportunity. That's a bunch of hooey. It does not make college football, the college football playoff and the college football, ecosystem a level playing field. That's a bunch of nonsense. If it goes 5'11", I am telling you now, strength of schedule will be the only measure, and that belongs to the SEC. Wholly belongs to the SEC. So everybody who thinks that 5'11" is where it's at, that's not where it's at. But listen to Lane Kiffin wax on about Nick Saban and winning and what it was like to work for Nick Saban.
We won a national championship, and there's 7:30 staff meeting the next morning. I'm like, what are we meeting on at 7:30 the next morning? He's like, we're behind. Because we won the championship, everybody else was recruiting, and we're behind. And I was like, well, what are we doing? But now I look back and be like, that's why he is what he is. That's why he was so great, because it was like the standard never changed no matter what. And then it took me some time to understand, too, like when we were winning and playing really well and coaching really well, he was harder on you because he didn't want you to have relief syndrome. Like, oh man, we've made it. And I didn't really understand. Would he call it that relief syndrome? He'd never explained it to us, but it was interesting here. And he said, most people are born with a relief syndrome. He wasn't. He just always had this way of thinking like, hey, you never relax. But most people are. So he went above and beyond to make sure people didn't have that. Like we'd win a game and then he comes in and just like rips us.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, we played great. Like coach, great. That was because he was guarding against that because he knew that could happen.
See, now I think Lane Train, hot girlfriend, really good coach, wins a bunch of games, Jackson Dart, the whole thing. But then you listen to him talk about Nick Saban. And I'm a huge believer in when you get to the top of the mountain, that's not when you take your foot off the gas. That's when you floor it.
Nick Saban is a better man than you are.
And I think too many times in this life, we'll get a huge paycheck or we'll do something significant. We'll shoot the lowest round of our golf lives, and then we'll stop practicing as much. We won't work on our putting. Jake got $1 million Ferrari putter today from our friends at TaylorMade Golf. He doesn't work on his putting because now he's got the nicest putter. Who are you? Scotty Scheffler? Yes. Right. But that's what this is about. And so I correlate what Lane Kiffin said to what I always say about the Big 12. And I guess this is the question. If you're a fan of a Big 12 program, and again, I know I've said this for like 3 straight days, outside of Texas Tech, because I think Joey's doing everything that he can do to be the most unbelievable winning coach. He's going to win games, spending the money, all of it. Outside of Joey McGuire, can we really look at any program in this conference? And this includes BYU, Arizona State, and Colorado, who arguably were the 3 most successful programs in this conference last year. Did they put their foot on the gas because they reached the top of the mountain, or are they coasting down the backside now? And that's a real question. I don't know. BYU without the BYU. I have no idea what that football team's going to look like without Jake Retzloff under center. No idea. I have no idea what Colorado's going to look like without Shedeur. And so when we talk about the Big 12, and I say this about the Big 10 as well, did Ohio State, who won the national championship, and arguably now you listen at SEC Media Days today, and you start hearing people talking about how, oh man, Ohio State had the toughest road and it could be the greatest championship ever. No, it is Ohio State's national championship, the single greatest national championship we've ever seen this past year.
Program.
Did they take their foot off the gas? No. Who's the number 1 team in the country? That's right, Ohio State. It's preseason, summer, soccer writers voting on things they've never seen.
Deserved.
Right? Like it exactly. It is well deserved because they re-racked their coaching staff. They re-racked their recruits. They did well in the portal. So you just keep doing this thing, right? And I look at the rest of the Big 10 and I say to myself, boy, I got to tell you, Nico Imaliviava Duvet cover. Is Imaliava a guy where you're like, well, UCLA is shooting for the moon? No, he's not. $4 million that never materialized, right? So I look at the rest of the Big 10 and I look at the Big 12 and I say to myself, are you on the Saban standard? Are you doing everything you can do? Are you in the office the morning after you win a national championship, having a staff meeting about catching up to the rest of the conference after you just won a national championship? Ohio State was. And that's my point in the Big 12 and the Big 10. And it's why I think there's this hype machine. And hell, you saw Arch Manning today front and center. Is he hype or is he real? Because I think it's a very interesting question about who's the best team in the SEC right now. I have no doubt it's Alabama. I think, and we can sit here and we can go round and round about Kalen DeBoer, and I know all of you hyenas from the Big Ten told me that Alabama sucks and they're never going to win again, and Nick Saban, and I totally get it. Is there a coach on a better run right now than Kalen DeBoer? And I'm including Joey McGuire, and Kalen DeBoer had a hell of a summer, hell of a spring, hell of a winter.
And didn't have a half bad season. Like, I feel like we all sit here and we're like, well, 9-3 is garbage, Monty. Who the hell would want to be 9-3? Oh, I know. Like, basically every Big 12 team. Like, I'm sitting here looking at this and seeing people be like, oh, well, Kalen DeBoer has done a really bad job. There's no way that he could ever be in the same conversation, Morty. And I'm just sitting here saying, dude, this guy came in, he goes 9-3. Most people agree they should have been in the college football playoff, but they weren't. And that's the reality of it. And now what has he done? He's just doubled down, right? He just said, okay, cool. You're going to keep us out this past season. I got to do a better job. I got to go out and I got to get better recruits. I got to take those recruits and I got to develop them and create a system that's more dominant. And we got to be a 10 win plus team. Anything past that, great. But we got to be 10 wins. And I feel like he's put that program in a position to do that. And I do think that the wide receiver talent that you have coming back, one more year matured and several other guys, like, you're in a really good spot.
Kalen DeBoer was asked today about the style that he wants to play and words he wants to use and others to use about his football team. And he said, quote, I love the word attack, aggressive. That's the way I always want us to be thinking. We want to get after people and have an intensity about us and just continue to always apply stupid pop-up ads. I don't need what is this? Magnesium glycinate.
Some shit happened
From Nature's Bounty.
Yeah.
On the Monty program.
Yeah.
And just continue to always apply pressure. We have the athletes to do that.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm telling you, Alabama's going to be a problem. And Kalen DeBoer is going to be a problem. So I say, who's the program outside of Ohio State and the Big Ten? Who's the program that can say that? Maybe Penn State, but we're only saying Penn State because they got a bunch of dudes that are returning. But Drew Aller's still your quarterback. Ask Notre Dame about Drew Aller and how much they fear him. The answer is not at all.
No.
Right? So we start looking at this stuff. And I say to you honestly, this is why I'll continue to preach the greatness of the SEC, because the SEC doesn't take days off. The SEC doesn't have periods of time where they don't have a dominant force, where Georgia's not a dynasty and Bama's not a dynasty. And I agree with you. If it goes 5-11, it's South Carolina's, it's Ole Miss's, it's Texas A&M,
LSU, certainly.
And now, if Texas wins a championship this year, that's a dynasty. Because if they win a championship, you can't tell me Arch isn't coming back. Because you win one, you certainly want two, and that dude does not want for anything, and he certainly doesn't want for money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that's the narrative. That's the expectation. Does anybody expect UCLA to do anything other than suck this year?
No. Nope. Not even.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about.
I don't. And that's the hard part about the bar that exists in the SEC. And I know that you guys hate when I wax on about it and you tell me that blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, you look at guys like Lane Kiffin, and if we're not talking about Georgia, Bama, Texas, who I think are clearly the three best teams in that league, and Georgia's a little younger now, and Gomer Pyle starting at quarterback.
Gomer Pyle.
Boys, did you see Gunnar Stockton?
Bro.
Did you guys see Gunnar Stockton
Bro.
at SEC Media Day today? Look, you guys, I'm not somebody who likes to get after people. Okay, that's a lie. I love getting after people. Did you guys see Gunnar Stockton? Because this cat, I don't even know. Gunnar Stockton, is he good? Yes. Gunnar Stockton's good.
He's solid. I wouldn't say he's good yet.
I think he's good. He's not somebody that you need to, he's not somebody that you're going to be worried about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But are you telling me that he is not, and I'm getting this picture of Gomer Pyle, and you guys, I am a jerk. I want you to understand, I am not a nice person. I don't say nice things about people, including your mom. I present to you Gomer Pyle. Okay, so this
is that guy?
This is a picture of Gomer Pyle.
What, is this dude like 40 years old?
Now here's the picture of Gunnar Stockton.
Oh.
Has anybody ever seen them together in the same place?
Who the fuck are you?
Look at Gunnar Stockton. I don't know why Gunnar's picture's in black and white and Gomer Pyle's picture is in color.
Yeah, look at that tie.
You guys.
Hold on. Why doesn't he have an SRT logo on his suit?
Stop. At least he's not wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah.
But tell me he doesn't look like Gomer Pyle.
Certainly. Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, he probably should be wearing a hat like Gomer is.
That's your starting quarterback at Georgia. Okay. I just think the SEC's on a different level. I truly think the SEC's on a different level. And for me, I feel like Gunnar Stockton, good quarterback. And then I go look at a guy like Arch Manning. First of all, comment section. Does Arch Manning win the Heisman Trophy this year?
How does he not?
Well, the odds are against you, right? It's you versus the field.
Yeah, it's your award to lose.
So, but it's Arch Manning's Heisman Trophy to lose.
Yeah.
You're at Texas. You're on the best team in the country. You've got talent.
You're in the SEC.
You got arguably the best offensive coach in the country, in the best football league in the country. Arch Manning, it's yours to lose. Do you think he wins it?
Yeah, I do.
How good do you think he is?
I think he's got the potential to be just as good as Will Howard was, but a better runner. I think. I think he has only played 2 games. Both of those games are against Georgia. So I would hate to see, actually, I should say, I would love to see what he can do against a mediocre SEC team, because that Georgia defense was one of the best defenses he's had in years.
I think that, and ESPN's running this term out today, Arch Madness.
Arch Madness.
I'm simple. It's brilliant.
Jesus.
Did you guys see? And I, again, you guys, I think you'll relate to this. I'm a loser. I don't have a life, right? So, I'm working today, building the show, doing sales for the show, all kinds of stuff. Watching SEC Media Day.
Bro.
That's like Greg Sankey. Do you look at the crowd around, or no, that's Kalen. Look at the crowd around, or no. That's a quarterback who's played 2 games. I said, you guys, that's Arch Manning.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
This motherfucker, he's played 2 games. 2 games.
Can
2
you
games.
measure it?
And this homie has a massive crowd around him at
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
SEC Media Day. The hype, can you imagine trying to live up to that hype? Can you imagine? I mean, how much sweat is dripping down your hindquarters right now?
Macaque.
Like, are you kidding? Okay, that's not, I don't know where yours is. Mine's not in my hindquarters. But can you imagine the pressure that dude's under? And it just seems to me like it doesnesn't bother him.
I'm not really sure how they get these opinions. I've only played, 2 games? But I guess that's nice of them to say, but, that doesn't mean anything. Talk is cheap. I got to go prove it.
And he's well-trained?
Dude, brother. Well-trained, well-dressed,
He doesn't crap on the rug. He doesn't chew the furniture.
Yeah.
He doesn't bite the mailman.
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know if, if he's going to get speeding tickets in the Lamborghini that he's got, but
Dude.
I got to say, and I said this in the vaunted pre-show meeting behind the scenes, I said that this guy is the essence of what a Southern quarterback should be.
Right? You and I both know
Dude.
he had a little Kentucky bourbon in his iced tea at SEC Media Day.
100%.
Right? And he's just chilling.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He knows the hoes are lined up outside. He's just biding his time.
Yeah, dude.
That wasn't Joe Biden's time. You see what I had meant to say was anyway, the point is,
yeah, he's
just
chill.
chilling.
What is it saying? Cool as a cucumber?
Got the lemonade on a 98-degree day with 100% humidity. He's not sweating. He's just drinking lemonade.
He's chilling, dude. Wearing the scratchy khakis with the scratchy ass dress shirt and a nice little jacket. Like, I'm telling you, the guy, like,
It's incredible.
You see it. You know it when you see it. And this guy still has to go on the field and prove it, but he's got the goods, man. And this is why I talk about, like, you dress well, you play well, dude. You show up to the NFL draft, you look like an idiot. Nobody respects you.
Look good, feel good.
Yeah, like, and this is why I just think that people make it harder than it needs to be.